How do you feel about datas and numbers and all of that kind of stuff? Are you a numbers person? Do you like data and statistics and all of that kind of stuff? If so, you are going to love today's training because I got lots of data for you today. We're going to start with this one. Your live videos are going to get 10 times the reach of any post that you're going to put out on social media. 10 times. So if you've ever sat there and said, man, I just wish more people would see my stuff. Like, I know I put out good content. I just wish people would see my stuff. Then you need to be doing live video. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Not just specifically why you need to be doing live video, although we're going to spend some time on it, okay? But why you should put live video at the center of your social media strategy. That's what we're going to talk about today. It's good to have you here. So excited to see you. Let's do this. All right, so we're going to have some data overload, lots of data to look at, and we're going to start with it from the very beginning here, okay? But I do want to say this before we get started because we've got a lot of new people. We're getting ready to start the Go Live Challenge, a lot of new faces. Welcome. We're so glad you are here. If you want me to be able to see your name when you comment, you've got to give StreamYard permission to show me your name. Otherwise, what happens is the comments come up. I don't have an example to show you. The comments come up and it just says Facebook user. So all you got to do is go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. You click on a button and then your name will be shown. And so, for example, when I put Jeanette up, you can actually see Jeanette's face and you can see that it's Jeanette. That's what you're going to want, because if you're commenting and you've got something awesome, we want to be able to see you. Here's another example. So see how this just says Facebook user and I don't know who you are? We just got to give permission to StreamYard. You just got to do it once. You can do it on another screen. You can and then come back to us and we'll be able to see who you are. Okay, let's get into some numbers, shall we? Okay, I started with this 10% number. Live video is going to get 10 times the reach over a post. So a post would be a photo, a graphic, a color block post, a poll, any of those things. Live video is going to 10 times the number of people are going to see it. It's also 135% more engaging, meaning you're going to get 10 times, here we are with that number again, 10 times more comments. And you all know the more comments come in, then the more Facebook shows that video to more people. Now, I know what you're thinking. Whoa, that's a big number. But you know what? I'm just way more comfortable with pre-recorded videos, so I'm just going to stay with that. So let's talk about it, okay? Live video gets 6 times more reach over pre-recorded. Live over pre-recorded. Here's some more startling numbers for you around this whole live versus pre-recorded. Your Facebook audience, your viewers, whatever you want to call them, they're 4 times more likely to watch it if it's live. 4 times more likely to watch it if it's live. They are 3 times more likely to comment if it's live because it feels real. We're connecting. We're having this whole conversation. If it's a replay, they kind of go, I don't need to comment on this. It's not live. Now, here's the more shocking numbers, okay? There are 3 billion users on Facebook, 3 billion with a B. By the way, side note, 42% of them are between the ages of 35 and 54. So if that's your target market, Facebook's your jam. 52% of those people say they would prefer to watch videos live. That's their preference. What? Hopefully you're loving these numbers. I got more, but I'm going to sprinkle them throughout, okay? For those of you that are new to me, my name is Jamie Hain, and I am a video and a growth coach. And obviously, I'm a big fan of doing video and going live because it's part of my business and part of what I do. But I'm wanting to share today some numbers and some compelling reasons why you should think that this is obvious, that this is something that you want to be part of. And more than that, what I have started doing over the last year and a half-ish is I've made it the center part of my strategy in social media. And I want to talk about why you should as well. So let's talk, aside from the numbers, aside from the numbers, let's talk about the other benefits that are out there for live video. So I want to hear from all of you. Get ready to type for me. Outside of all of those numbers and the algorithm and the views and all of that, what are other benefits of going live on video for you and your audience? Let's type some comments in. I'm going to check comments and see what I'm missing. Lots of you saying hi, hello. It's so good to see you all. I love it. I love it. All right. Jeanette says it's so worth overcoming the fear of going live. We're going to talk about that, Jeanette. We're going to talk about that today because it's about this reach. You're exactly right. All right. Nicole asks, is there a time limit? Well, I don't know that I would say it's a optimum amount of time, but there is a 3-minute gate. Yes. So videos that are longer than 3 minutes tend to get more reach. That is an algorithm point. Okay. Sherry's asking about the replay. Yes, even if somebody is watching on a replay, if it was originally a live video, then those comments and that engagement are included in that. But I will tell you, just my own personal observation, I don't see as many comments from the people who are watching and commenting on the replay as the people who were on live. So there is, you will get fewer comments on replays over lives, even if it was originally live. It's just the nature of what it is. It's like we all sit there and go, well, she's not there, so why am I commenting? I don't need to comment. The compulsion to comment is not as high because I'm not live with you going, come on, I want your comments. Give me your comments. Okay. So that's the difference there. Okay. I got notes in the way and I can't see what's going on here. Knowing why is helpful. I'm so glad. Less editing. Yes. We're talking about the benefits of live video. It's less editing. I forgot about that one. Okay. Sherry says real-time comments. And here's what's so powerful about those real-time comments. They're good for you, right? It helps you connect and engage with your audience. It helps you read your audience. It helps you respond. Many of us like to respond to the comments and questions that other people have. It creates that engagement, as I already said, but it also helps you get input. And if you can use somebody's comment in your live, they're more likely to comment again and again because there was a reason for it. Yes. Love this one. Okay. Nicholas says, know, like, and trust. Yes. There's this idea of, I now know her. I've gotten to know her. I see what she's like. I can imagine what it's like to work with her. I can imagine what her programs are like. I can imagine what working with her one-on-one is like. Because they know you and they like you because they see that wonderful personality. And in a live video, they're learning expertise. They're seeing you as an authority. That's what that trust part comes up from. Absolutely. Here's what's so wonderful about it. And I think on one of the previous videos, I talked about inside of your social media, you really need to balance engagement and you being an expert and an authority. If you only engage, you don't show up as an expert. If you only are showing up as an expert and you're not asking engagement, then you don't have as much interaction. And so you got to have a balance between both. Okay. Okay. This person says potential interaction factor. Yes. Your participants now feel connected to the topic, connected with you. Yes. Love this one. Awesome. Okay. The other one that I would add into this mix is oftentimes if you are doing a live and you are teaching something, it doesn't have to be a how, it can be a perspective change or just seeing something from, maybe it's an insight, maybe it's anything like that. You're still giving your audience a win. It might be a small win, but they're still getting a win. And when they have a win, they want more. Oh my gosh, if I learned this from her in this free live, what would I learn from her if I worked with her in her program? If I bought her course, if I went on a Zoom call? We imagine, like this goes back to what Nicholas said about know, like, and trust, but we imagine what that's like. Yes. Okay. What else we have? Oh, Jeanette, thanks so much. Jeanette says she wanted to work with me because of seeing me live. Right? That goes down to, that's know, like, and trust right there. Perfect example, right? She liked me. I was fun, had the right energy for her, and she learned something. That's that expertise and that authority. Brilliant. Thank you for sharing that, Jeanette. I appreciate that. Okay. Nicholas says, people have to stop doing what they're doing to listen live, and so you get more attention. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes, that's so important. I mean, how many times are you watching a video when it's on replay and you have to rewind, because you missed it because you're doing 5 million other things? Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so true. Okay, lots of reasons. So we've tried to balance here today the numbers and that kind of data with the other benefits of live video. Okay. So I'm hoping that what you're feeling at this point is similar to who set it up above? Jeanette said it. It's worth overcoming the fear in order to do this. Okay. Let me give you a couple other things to think about. If you're going live on a weekly basis and you are sharing, teaching, giving, that's a compelling reason for people to want to join your Facebook group. Everybody's in enough Facebook groups. We're in a lot of Facebook groups. But you're now giving me something specific, something tangible, something that I can learn. I'll join your Facebook because I want that thing. And people who are inside your community, already in your group, that live video is a reason for them to show up because they don't want to miss the live. They want to put it on their calendar. They want to be there live because the energy is better. It feels better. It has this whole different vibe, right? So a couple other things to just call out there. Some other interesting data that I pulled. And by the way, all of this data comes from a number of different sources: Hootsuite, HubSpot, Social Sprout. They're all from kind of different places that I've kind of assembled today. But here's another piece of data. 91% of people want to learn by video. 91%. Isn't that like, doesn't that blow your mind? That's huge, huge. 91% want to learn from video. 62% of people, they will watch a video to decide if they want to purchase something. They'd rather have a video when they are making a decision. It helps them make that decision. It's crazy, right? That's crazy. So what I want you to realize in that data is that when you go live, it's the best, easiest opportunity you are ever going to have to pitch and promote and talk about your offers. You have a captive audience. You're giving them something. You're giving them knowledge. You're giving. And so it can be easier for you to ask for something in return. You've earned the right, if you will, to extend an invite, to talk about a product. People will listen to that because they've just been poured into with knowledge and understanding and perspective and all of that good stuff. Okay, so I could keep going. I could keep going and going and going. I'm sure you guys are commenting. Hold on, let's see if I missed anything else you guys have put in here. Oh, nope, you're all just loving on this. Okay, good. I like it. Okay. Here's the big question. Before we get into content, we're going to talk about content and why video should be part of your content. But here's the big one. Let me pull up this statistic. Hold on. Where was it? All of this data. I've given all of this data. All of these compelling reasons. Yet still, only 12%, 12.8% of the videos on Facebook are live. So something is getting in our way. Something is getting in our way of doing this. It's kind of what Jeanette was saying, right? So I want to know from all of you, what's getting in your way? What is getting in your way? Specifically you, what is getting in your way? I did a post on my personal page and asked this: what's causing you to hesitate to go live? What's the issue? What is the obstacle? And I'm gonna, while you all are commenting, I'm gonna ramble through the common themes that I saw. Okay. Number one was something around my words. I lose my words. I and ah. I stumble. I stammer. Something around my words. Okay. Number two, I look bad. And there were various different reasons for that, right? It was bad hair day. I haven't showered. I'm fat. I'm old. I'm whatever else it is. I look bad. Okay. Number three was my space, my environment. And that was everything from it's loud here. I got a yucky background. I got kids everywhere, dogs barking, whatever else it is. Okay. Number four, I'm surprised this wasn't bigger, but it may just have been a timing thing. Self-doubt. This guy gets in the way. Your brain gets in the way. Imposter syndrome. I couldn't, shouldn't, don't, can't do this. Those are the most That's what I saw in one post. Now, I know I've talked to a number of you before, and you probably have some version of this. Okay. So if you want to share what's getting in your way, awesome. But here's what we're going to do. I want to tell you what we're going to do about this. Okay. In April, it is Go Live Challenge month. And it's a free challenge. So for those of you that are new to this or new to me, free challenge. Doesn't cost you anything to be part of it. Okay. We're mixing it up and we're doing it different this time around. Instead of being days in a row, we're going to give ourselves a little bit of elbow room. Okay. We're going to do 4 sessions over 2 weeks. So we're going to go Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday. Same time, every Tuesday, every Thursday, 11 Mountain. Okay. Put it on your calendar. Don't lose sight of it. The other cool thing is it's going to be live. Here we are talking about the powers of live, and we don't do those live. So we're going to do it live. It'll have whole different energy. Hopefully it'll be a whole lot of fun. Hopefully you guys will come and join us. Okay. 4 different topics on 4 different days. I could go on and on and talk about this challenge, but I won't. If you want more information, there's a link up above. I think there's a link up above for you to sign up. It's free. Okay. Couple of call outs. We're going to do a kickoff live on the 5th of April. So you want to sign up before the 5th. And then we start on Tuesday, April 9th. But let's talk about this whole what is getting in your way. Here's what else I'm going to do. That's new. I know I saw Sherry Davis was on, so I'm going to call Sherry Davis out. One of the things that she says to me every once in a while is how much she misses me doing the obliterating obstacles videos. So only because Sherry asked so nicely, I am going to do another live each week in April where I'm going to obliterate an obstacle that you have. Okay. So whatever's getting your way, your words, you're stumbling, you're looking bad, your environment, your whatever it is, I'm going to cover 1 every week, maybe 2. We'll see if I get inspired. Okay. So I'm going to, whether you shared it here or on that post, I'm going to create a poll with all of these obstacles. You can add to it if you want. And whichever ones get the most votes, those are the ones that we're going to do during the month of April. Okay. So what is your call to action just for this part? If you're not already registered for the Go Live Challenge, register for the Go Live Challenge. Join us. Come and join us. It'll be live. It'll be awesome. Second thing is share your whatever's getting in your way and vote so that the ones with the most votes will be the ones that we start with. Okay. All right. Now, the other thing that I want to say here is I know we have a lot of folks in this group that are also in the Go Live League. The Go Live League is my membership. Okay. So I want to talk just to you all for just a second. We are going to do an advanced Go Live challenge just for those of you in the Go Live League. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take the whole month of April and we're going to do 1 every week. So inside of the challenge, you all focus on hook, story, call to action. Inside the Go Live League, we're going to level it up and we're going to talk about purpose statements and intros and closing and engagement. Okay. So you don't have to do anything if you're already in the Go Live League. That's just what our focus is going to be for the month of April. You don't have to register for the challenge. You don't have to sign up for anything. You don't have to tell me anything. That's going to be our focus. So there will be no pre-work in April. This will be our only focus. Okay. So exciting. Okay. So that means in our 4 calls inside of April, we're going to tackle 1 of each of those. Okay. Now, for those of you that are not in the Go Live League, if you want to join us because you want to do that challenge, I would love to have you. Come on in. You can just comment and say, let's see here. What would be make the most sense? Just comment league and I'll make sure you get the details. I've got a banner here. The Go Live League membership is $33 a month. If you want to pay for the year, it's $295. You get basically 3 months free. So if you want to just pay the $33 for the month of April, join us for the advanced version of the Go Live Challenge and then cancel. You can cancel at any time. Okay. All right. Now, let me see what you guys came up with for some obstacles here. Hold on here. All right. Okay. So I'm not going to put these up because I don't want to put any of your challenges publicly. So somebody says, people won't like me, fear of rejection. Yep. That's part of that self-doubt and that imposter syndrome, right? What I would say to you just really quickly is they're not your people. Anybody who would not like you, anybody who's going to mock you, pick on you, bully you, any of that kind of stuff, they're not your people. You need to get rid of them anyway. Not your people. a negative neighbor who watches every move and I don't want her knowing what I do. Unfriend her. I know it's harsh, but if you're using Facebook as a business tool and she is messing with your business tool, unfriend her. That doesn't mean you unfriend her in real life. It just means you don't need that negativity. You have this choice to make. You can unfriend her so that she doesn't see your content. It's harsh. I get that it's harsh. But if it's affecting you and it's affecting the way that you are showing up in your business, if it's affecting the way that you are talking to your audience, you don't need that pressure. So remove it. Remove it. Okay. Sherry says yes. She's very excited about the obstacles. I am too. So fun. Okay. Where am I at here? All right. Let's see, where do I want to go next? Let's talk about content. How am I doing on time? I feel like this one's getting, I'm good. I'm only 20 minutes in. Okay. So what I am proposing is not only to sit here and say, you should be embracing going live. It should be what I always tell my clients is once a week. And you're going to get some real numbers here in a second on why that's so important. Okay. But what I'm telling you to do is make that one live every week the central focus of your entire social media strategy. What do I mean by that? I mean, you only come up with that one piece of content. What am I going to talk about live? And then all of the social media, all of the posts and all of the other things that you do are all about that one topic. It's like hyper focusing on one thing for a week instead of being all over the place in 500 million different places. What that does is it makes it easier for you. You only got to come up with one thing a week. It streamlines and it focuses not only you, but your whole entire audience. And when they are focused, they're more likely to get a win on that piece of content. And then it goes back to, I want more. The more wins you give, the more people want. Okay, let me share some numbers with you here. Let me see if there's any questions here. Yeah, okay, so you going back to the whole blocking your kids and your family. Yes. Here's the other thing you can do is you can set up multiple profiles inside of Facebook. I'm not going to get into that because that would be a whole tangent, but you do have other options if you still want to be connected to your friends and family. They don't have to see what you're posting on your business. So if you need more help on this, message me and I'll give you some tips around it. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about some more numbers here. Hold on. Where's my banner here? Okay. Where is it? Okay. Average Facebook groups. An average Facebook group gets 20% engagement. Now, I will call out that this number seems really low. It probably is because there are a lot of Facebook groups that are inactive and those zeros are pulling it down. Okay. But data is data. So know that that's the average. I would say that is exceptionally low and it's probably a skewed piece of data, but it is what it is. Okay. Now, in 2023, this group, this Get on Camera group, what do you suppose the engagement was in this Get on Camera group as an average for 2023? Any guesses? I should have done a banner without the number so you could at least guess, but I don't have it. All right. So what do you think? If the average is 20%, what do you think my group's engagement is or was as an average in 2023? Okay. So I'm seeing 40%, 80%. Okay. Good guesses. See what else we got here. 75%. Okay. All right. Any other guesses? Let me tell you, you're still way low. Okay. 80%. A lot of people guessing 80%. I like it. Okay. All right. Are you ready for the number? 1,309%. No, I don't tell you that to brag. I tell you that to show you the power of live video. 1,309%. Like, I didn't even know you could calculate percents up that high, but you can. Okay. Now, here's the more important piece of data. I took my numbers. This is 2023, and I stripped out all of the live videos. And I re-pulled the number. What do you suppose it is? So we were at 1,309%. What do you suppose it is if I stripped out all the video and all the comments and all the engagement that came out of video? What do you suppose that number was? Let's see some guesses. So 1309 with video. What's the number without video? Okay. Jeanette says 40%, 30%, 5%. Okay. So you guys are getting the gist. Much, much lower. Much, much lower. Okay. It was actually 278%. So what is that? I don't even know. That's what, a fourth? 25%? I mean, that's a huge jump. Huge jump. Big difference. Okay. Now, I will tell you that for most of 2023, I was going live twice a week. I went live every Tuesday and every Thursday. Every week, like clockwork, 2023. 2024. So this is what we're in. We've got 3 months in. What do you guess my average engagement is in 2024 since I've only gone down to once a week? Okay. So twice a week, 2023, 1,309%. 2024, once a week. What do you suppose the number is? This is so much fun. I love this guessing game. I don't understand getting over 100%. Yep, it's possible if you got that much more activity. It is possible. Okay, Sherry says 550%. You are actually really pretty close, Sherry. You are really pretty close. It is, where's my banner here? 737%. That's the difference between going live twice a week and once a week. Now, before you all go, okay, so the answer is go live twice a week. Nope, it is not. This was an intentional decision that I made. And I want you to understand why. Does anybody have a guess as to why? Otis has a guess. I knew he was going to be naughty today. Yes, we all hear you. Thank you. Okay. Why do you suppose I am happy about this piece of data? Any guesses? Yep, you got it. About half. It's right around half as much, which logically makes sense, right? My revenue is 4 times what it was. My revenue 2024, 4 times that of 2023. And I'm getting less engagement. Think about that. Why? Why do you suppose that's going on? Sorry about Otis. He would like a treat. So while you all are thinking about that, don't hurt your heads. Come on, Otis. Come up. We saw 2 different dogs this morning and we are just not happy. In general, we are not happy. We are also on a diet and we are not happy about that. Okay. Okay, so Nicholas says to prove a point. I wish I was that clever. No, no. But it does prove a point, doesn't it? Right? What is the point that you feel like this proves? Sherry says intentional. Yep. It was very much intentional. All right. I'll let you off the hook. I'm having fun with the guessing, but I'm going to let you off the hook. If you give too much away, why would they buy from you? If there's that much content all the time, why will they purchase your program? So it was an intentional choice on my part to scale back the number of lives, to scale back the engagement so that I would make more money. Now, my audience, all of you, you are still getting tremendous value. You're just getting less value inside of this free group. And that's where I'm seeing an increase in revenue. 4 times what I had last year. Okay. So when people say to me all the time, love this, I'm not free. Nope. People say that to me all the time. Oh my gosh, if you get that kind of results with video, I'm going to go live every single day. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea to go live that much because you're just giving more and more and more away for free instead of helping people achieve something small at a level that you can manage and it doesn't burn you out and max you out and freak you out and all of those things. And I'm leaving enough unshared, unsaid, that people are more compelled to purchase my programs because they want more. Does that make sense? So all of this to say that you can repurpose your content. And I will tell you, in 2023, I was doing what I'm sure all of you are doing. I was throwing up posts. I was all over the place, every different direction. And since then, I have now focused, and I'm doing exactly what it is that I teach now. And I'm making live video at the center, and everything is focused around that same thing. I am repurposing the idea, not necessarily the content, but the idea. And I am balancing, I have better balance between the engagement and showing up as the authority. Make sense? That's the whole point behind this. Oh, you guys are so great. Oh, you all make me so happy. Thank you so much. You're fantastic. I think you're so fantastic. Yes. Smaller wins. If I went live 5 times a week, oh my gosh, one I can't even imagine. I would be a zombie. It would be awesome, and my engagement would be off the charts. I mean, we're talking. I mean, if 1309 was going twice, man, what if I went 5 times a week? What could I hit 5,000% engagement? I don't know. But would I sell more? Probably not. Right? So I made an intentional decision to rein that in, to give people smaller wins, to be more focused, and to be smarter about my content. My social media content is so much easier now. It's so much easier. So much easier. Okay. Sherry says, because you're so smart, we want to learn more and more and more and more and more. Did you mention more? Yes. You mentioned it a couple of times, Sherry. Okay. This gets back to the know, like, and trust that we were talking about earlier, right? You feel like you know me, you're learning from me, you're learning this little bit, you're getting this small win, and you want more. That's what you're creating. Okay. Okay. Any questions for me about numbers and reasons why, and how, how to get past the things that are getting in your way around obstacles, and where we're going with the Go Live Challenge, or any and all of that? Now's your chance to ask. How am I doing on time? Now's your chance to ask. If you got questions, I'll answer them. What I want to do now is I want to take 30 seconds and I want to talk about my current program, which is called Spark Your Social Strategy. It's happening in April. It is all about, it's not just learning this model. We're actually going to do it together. It is a content intensive, which means those of you that are like, I've learned this from you before, we're going to get it done. We're going to map out 12 months of your strategy. And then we're going to focus on really getting all of the next 1 month done. So we're going to work on May's content. And while you're learning how to do this, you now have a repeatable process that you're going to use over and over and over and over again. Your social media will be so much easier. And you're going to start to actually sell programs and not just give stuff away. The other thing that you get as part of Spark, that's what I'm calling it, Spark, is you get access to a brand new custom GPT that I've designed that helps you plan out all your social media. You are going to plug in what you're doing for your live, and it's going to give you all of the rest of your content. Your quotes, your questions, your long text post, your anything and everything. It's phenomenal. It is faster, easier, and more creative. And I know there's a lot of talk out there, and people are like, "Oh, AI." The only reason AI doesn't work like you may want it to work is because you're not prompting it with the right things. Jeanette, I'm a Sparker. I was going to go Sparkler, but I kind of like Sparker. I'm a Sparker. All right. So here's the cool thing about Spark. There are 3 different ways that you can join. Okay. Jeanette is in the 4-week, once a week, for 4 weeks. And right now, she's the only one in there. So everybody always talks about big groups and you don't get all the attention. If nobody else joins, Jeanette just got 4 weeks of one-on-one for $197. I know she's over there going, please, nobody else join. Please, nobody else join. Because everybody else has picked one of the other options. And that is doing it all in one day instead of over 4 weeks. So if you want to do it all in one day, you've got some other options for that. We've got a group one, and then we've got one-on-one private sessions as well. So lots of options out there for you. So if you want to, Jeanette, don't tell them. If you want to know more about Spark, just type the word Spark and I'll get you more details. Okay. All right. I still don't see any questions, so I'm going to guess you guys are good on everything else we talked about. So let me give you some direction on what we've got coming up, and then I've got a call to action, and then I will wrap us up with the kind of a cool message here at the end. So don't go yet. Tomorrow I have a Beyond the Camera interview. The wonderful Erica will be on to talk about Pinterest, and specifically how Pinterest has changed the way coaches and entrepreneurs can use that platform. I can't wait to hear what she has to say, because I don't know about all of you, but I've only thought Pinterest was for recipes and decorating, but it is so much more. So Erica's going to come on and give us some tips and tricks around that. So I hope you'll join us tomorrow. Next week, we got several things going on. Next week, Thursday at our normal time, we're going to talk about third-party apps. So in case you haven't heard, Facebook is stopping third-party apps from working inside of groups. Now, we do not know why, but it is happening, and it starts on the 22nd of April. So next Thursday, I'm going to talk about what all that means and what you can do about it. And so for those of you that are like, I don't know what you mean by third party, I'm talking about Zoom, I'm talking about StreamYard, I'm talking about Canva, Metricool, whether you are using a third party to schedule your posts or to stream live in, that's the disruption. Okay. And it is only those third-party apps that use the API technology. You don't even know what that means. But the difference would be is if it is an app that you've connected, that's what's no longer going to work. If it is something that is like a Google extension, Google extensions will still work. So like those of you that have Group Collector turned on, that's still going to be okay, because that's a extension, not an API. We'll talk more about this on Thursday, but I'm calling it out because it is going to be a little more technical. So if you're like, if that just makes you kind of gloss over, you might want to skip next Thursday. If you are like, what? I can no longer schedule from Canva? Huh? You're going to want to come join us. Okay. All right. Any questions about what's coming? And then obviously we have the Go Live Challenge happening in April. And our kickoff is next Friday. We'll kick off next Friday. Okay. My call to action for all of you today is this: embrace live video and make it the center point of your social media strategy. You only have to go live once a week. That's all I'm talking about. It doesn't even have to be long. It can be 10 minutes. But that focus is what is going to make a huge difference, not just in your group, not just on your page or your profile or whatever it is that you're using, but in your business, because you are now intentional. You have focus. If you want to join us for the Go Live Challenge, that would be freaking awesome. I would love to have you. Okay. Now I've talked about a lot of numbers and data and you know, it's been hopefully not too much, but I get a little geeky and so excited about all of those different numbers. But live video is more than just the numbers. Yes, it increases your reach. Yes, it increases your visibility, but it is a game changer in terms of balancing between engagement and expertise and authority. And it is a game changer in terms of connecting with your people and moving them from members in your free group to becoming clients that pay you. It is the thing that's likely missing from your social media strategy. So again, my ask of you is start embracing video. If there's something getting in your way, let's talk about it. Let's get rid of the thing that's stopping you from doing something that we've just spent now how many minutes? 39 minutes talking about. If you need help, if you got questions, you let me know. But I am living proof of what live video, the difference live video can make in your social media strategy. And it can be that for you as well. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your Thursday. See you soon. Bye.